Welcome, Focus Learners, to this explainer. Today, we are mapping out the journey to becoming an agentic enterprise. So if you're looking to transform your business and HR operations from, feeling totally bogged down by administrative weight to becoming this high-velocity strategic growth engine, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down these complex organizational shifts into a really clear step-by-step roadmap.
Let's be real. Every business leader today is facing what we can only call an impossible equation. You're constantly being asked to create exponential growth, beat competitors who literally seem to move faster every single year, and exceed rising customer expectations. And you have to do all this with static budgets and overextended teams, right? But ask yourself, what if your team could launch campaigns in days instead of months? What if your HR department could resolve talent bottlenecks before they even happen? That kind of speed, that is exactly the promise we're unpacking today.
Okay, let's dive into this. Because to solve that impossible equation, we absolutely need a digital labor revolution. We are talking about agentic AI. Now, these aren't your old basic automation bots that just fire off a standard auto-reply email. By definition, agentic AI refers to intelligent systems that act with specific goals in mind. They don't just follow a rigid script. They actually reason, they adapt, and they execute on their own. It is a fundamental shift in how work gets done.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the agentic AI revolution, then walk through Phase 1 and Phase 2 of your implementation. We'll follow that up with some real-world case studies, and finally, wrap up with scaling your digital workforce.
Section 1. The Agentic AI Revolution.
And this brilliantly illustrates the leap we're actually taking. Think about when driving somewhere meant printing out map directions. If you missed just one turn or hit unexpected construction, you were completely lost. That's traditional automation. It is highly rigid. But agentic AI? It's like your modern smartphone GPS. It's incredibly dynamic. It focuses on the desired outcome, getting you to your destination, and it recalculates the route in real time when it hits an obstacle. You just define what success looks like, and the agent determines the optimal path to get there.
Basically, we are drawing a hard line here between what humans do and what AI does. AI is perfectly suited to handle operational execution, data collection, and all that tedious scheduling. And by offloading that stuff, human workers, especially in complex functions like HR, are elevated. Humans can finally focus exclusively on judgment, culture fit, complex negotiations, and strategic workforce design. Put simply, AI executes what's defined, and humans decide what's ambiguous.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because to truly trust these systems with execution, you really need to understand how they think. There are 6 core cognitive steps that allow AI to operate independently. First up is understanding, which is interpreting context from your data. Second, reasoning, evaluating different options using large language models. Third, planning, a structured approach to hit the goal. Fourth, coordination, whether that's with human users or other digital systems. Fifth, acting to actually execute the plan. And finally, adaptation, taking in feedback to improve future performance. This continuous loop, that is the secret sauce to autonomy.
Section 2. Phase 1. Foundation Building.
Transforming your entire enterprise is a huge journey, but breaking it down makes it achievable. This timeline gives you a realistic sense of scale. It breaks a pretty daunting transformation into a structured 12-month evolution. Months 1 through 3 are all about building your foundation. Months 3 to 6 move into initial implementation. Months 6 to 9 focus on expansion and integration across your departments. And finally, months 9 to 12 are where you reach full strategic transformation.
Now, in those first 1 to 3 months, your critical steps are actually straightforward. Think of it like climbing Everest. You don't just stare at the summit first, you pack the right gear. So step 1, assess data readiness. Your agentic outputs are literally only as good as your underlying clean data. Next, align strategic priorities. You want to ensure the AI is solving actual business bottlenecks, not just chasing IT whims. And third, construct a solid stakeholder engagement plan. You absolutely need cross-functional leadership, HR, IT, and business leaders, all taking joint accountability.
Section 3. Phase 2. Initial Implementation.
So the crucial point here is that your AI strategy has to be built around scaling capabilities, not reducing headcount. We call this the dual dividend. When you implement AI agents correctly, you empower your people by removing their most tedious, frustrating friction points. And this empowered workforce directly leads to delighted customers and way faster organizational growth. It's a massive dual win that fundamentally shifts your workplace culture from reactive to proactive.
During months 3 to 6, your actions need to be highly focused. First, deploy foundation agents. Start simple. For instance, deploy a skill gap agent that's specifically designed to analyze employee capabilities against open roles. Next, implement rigorous change management with role-specific training. And always measure your initial impact against your baselines. The golden rule in this phase: keep humans in the loop. You want human oversight for final decisions while letting the agent automate all the heavy lifting.
Section 4. Real-world case studies. Now, what's really interesting about this number, 180,000, is that it represents the annual support cases that the global payments marketplace Zoda handed over to a single AI agent. One single agent. And get this, they designed, built, and deployed it in just 5 weeks. By letting the agent autonomously handle those 180,000 inquiries, Zoda allowed their human team of 140 people to perform like a team of 800. It completely freed them up to focus on high-value work, like actually closing deals.
Here's another incredible example, this time specifically in HR. Eaton, a global power management company, used an agentic AI talent intelligence platform to completely transform their recruiting operations. Just look at the metrics here. They achieved a massive 4 times increase in their talent network size, and alongside that, they saw a 30 to 40% boost in candidate velocity. We're talking double-digit improvements across all their recruiting metrics, drastically accelerating how they bring in top-tier talent.
Section 5. Scaling your digital workforce. We are rapidly moving toward a near-future stage where specialized agents don't just operate in isolated silos. Instead, they seamlessly collaborate with each other across organizational boundaries. Imagine this. Your sales agent automatically communicates with your HR agent to update workforce hiring plans based on newly closed deals, while simultaneously syncing with the finance agent on the budget. The whole shebang working seamlessly. This interconnected digital workforce is exactly what will drive unprecedented business agility.
If you or your team have any lingering anxiety about this massive shift, just consider this reality. According to a recent SHRM report, 78% of HR professionals said they would actively welcome AI handling their administrative tasks. 78%. The data shows teams don't actually fear losing their jobs to AI, they welcome it taking over the repetitive, soul-crushing spreadsheet work they hate. They want to be freed up to do the strategic, human-centric coaching and culture building they were actually hired to do in the first place. Which brings us to our final provocative thought. The AI adoption curve is accelerating rapidly year over year. So the question you have to ask yourself and your leadership team is this: will you lead the digital labor revolution, integrating intelligent agents to elevate your human team? Or will you be left navigating the future of business with a printed map while your competitors speed ahead with dynamic GPS? The choice is entirely yours. Act now, start your foundation, and set your future in motion. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I hope this roadmap serves you really well.